describing sentences today, we're going to learn the other two parts of speech that we have not learned so far. We've done nouns and verbs, adverbs, adjectives, pronouns, and prepositions. So who can tell me the other two that we have not discussed yet? Mackenzie. Exactly. So conjunctions and interjections. The first one I'm going to talk about is conjunctions. Okay? A conjunction is a word that joins words or groups of words together. The three most common conjunctions are and, but, and or. Say them with me. And, but, or. Okay? These are used often, so you should probably memorize them. Those are the three that you're going to see the most. Okay? Our label for conjunction is a capital C. That's what's nice about that, is it's just a capital C. Okay? Now, when words or groups of words in a sentence are joined with a conjunction, that means we have compound parts. Okay? The label C is written in front of the regular labels for our compound parts. So, for instance, if I have more than one subject noun, okay, I will have what we call a compound subject noun. That means you'll put a C in front of it with the regular S in label. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, okay, I can have compound subject nouns. Can I have compound verbs? The answer is yes. So you can also have compound verbs, more than one verb. You can also have compound object of the prepositions. Okay? No matter what we have for compound parts, we're going to put that C in front of all of the other labels that we already have. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So if I was doing a compound subject noun, my label would be CSN. If I am doing compound verb, my label would be CV. Okay? If I'm doing compound object of the preposition, what am I going to have? COP. So you're just adding the C in front of that. Now, your conjunction by itself will just be C. All right? So, if you look at sentences number 1 and number 2, hopefully you can see that they have compound parts. Can someone tell me in sentence number 1 what kind of compound parts we have? Brad? Well, that's the conjunction. I want to know what compound parts I have. Do I have subject nouns? Do I have verbs? Do I have object of prepositions? You're right, so subject nouns. So in that number 1, I have compound subject nouns that are my compound parts. Look at number 2. What kinds of compound parts do I have here? Maurice? Do I have more than one subject in number 2? Number 1, I do. But I don't in number 2. So what is compound in number 2? Read the sentence with me. The excited children laughed and shouted merrily. What are my compound parts here? Children isn't compound. That's only one specific subject. Bailey. My verbs. Do you see that there's more than one verb in sentence number 2? All right, so we're going to be able to find some of those. Now, the second thing I told you I was going to talk about was interjections. Look at sentence number 3. What do you notice about sentence number 3 that's different than anything we've done before, Cheyenne?
We have an exclamation mark
at the what? At the beginning, okay? Are you used to having an exclamation point at the beginning of a sentence? No, okay. So, interjections are one or more words that are used to express mild or strong emotion. They are usually located at the beginning of a sentence, and they are separated from the rest of the sentence with their own punctuation mark. That's why you see on number 3 that you have wow with an exclamation point. Look at the end of the sentence. Does it have its own? Yeah. Okay? Now, I will tell you that sometimes you will have an exclamation point here, and you'll have a period at the end of the sentence. Okay? Not always, but sometimes. I will tell you that some of your interjections might be oh, well, wow, like you see, hey, yes, help. Those are all examples. You may see others also. Okay? These interjections, you are not going to consider this when you are classifying your sentence back here to tell me if it's declarative or interrogative or imperative or exclamatory. You're not using the interjection. You're using what's at the end of the sentence. Does everybody understand that? All right. Are we ready to do some classifying? Oh, the label for that is an I. So conjunction with C. Compound, we're putting that C in front of all of the other parts. And interjection will be a capital I. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at sentence number 1. Tammy, Lana, and Brent jogged down the road. Now, did I say that anything was different about compound parts? Or should we classify them the same? Classifying the same. So sentences are still going to stay the same. Who wants to start us off? Aiden, go ahead. Did you ask me a question? Can't just label it. Got to ask me the question. Okay. Keep going. That's not the only one. What's and? Conjunction. All right, does everybody see how that worked? So we asked the same question. Who jogged down the road? Tammy, compound subject noun. Lana, compound subject noun. And conjunction. And then Brent, compound subject noun. So the only one that gets the C is the and because it's the only conjunction. The others are the compound parts. Now we will classify the sentence, the rest of the sentence, the exact same way. Nothing has changed. Okay? Pretty simple. Who can do the next part? Logan, go ahead, please.
What is being said about Timmy, Lena, and Brent? Job.
Right. Jason's coming up next.
Yeah.
Okay. Fred? Okay. What's B, class? Article adjective. Our easiest thing ever. All right, ready to do the beginning? Let's all do it out loud. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Down the road,
prepositional phrase. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Go back to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Underline the subject parts once and the predicate parts twice.
Please make sure with compound parts you're making sure they're all together when you're doing your subjects and predicates. Okay? Any questions about that compound? All right, let's try another one. Number 2 says the excited children laughed and shouted merrily. Now, Maurice, will you start us off on this one? Good. Brian? Is it the only one? Okay, so what am I going to call it? It is a compound part, so you're going to say compound verb. So laugh is a compound verb. What's and? Nope, it's different. Conjunction, and then? Thank you. Did everybody hear that? So what is being said about children? Laughed, compound verb, and is the conjunction, shouted, compound verb. Everything else is going to be the same. Yes? Morgan, next part, please. Use both of them, please. Adverb, so you asked how, so you want to make sure you use adverb. Okay? Alright, Eden, next part.
What kind of children? Excited. Adjective.
B is?
Article adjective.
Article adjective. Ready for this part?
Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check.
Don't have anything to check on this time, right? So the end of the sentence?
Period, statement, declarative sentence. Go back to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Underline the subject parts once and the predicate parts twice.
Okay, so we left our verbs together and our subject subject together. All right. On number 3, before we begin on our interjection, where do we typically start classifying a sentence? With what part? The subject. That's not changing. Just because you have an interjection at the beginning of your sentence, you do not classify it first. As a matter of fact, it will always be classified last. And I know it's hard because you see it right away. It's right there with a big exclamation point. You want to put a big I on top of it and tell me it's an interjection, but you need to do the rest of the sentence first. Okay, so when do I classify it? Last, or at the end of the sentence. All right, so who would like to start us off with number 3? Bailey, can you do that, please? Wow, their house is burning to the ground. Fred? Ask me a question, please. There you go. Okay, Cheyenne, the next one. Chase. Diaz. Mackenzie, can you do the next part, please? That's a pronoun adjective. And now we get to do this, and all we have to do is say the word and then tell me what it's called. So let's do that together. Wow. Interjection. Okay. That's not too bad, is it? All right, let's finish it up. Subject, noun, verb, pattern, 1, check. To the ground, prepositional phrase. Exclamation mark, strong feeling, exclamatory sentence. Go back to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Underline the subject parts once and the predicate parts twice. Your interjection will always stay with the subject parts of your sentence. Okay? So it will just be underlined the one time.
Is it possible to have an interjection at the end of the sentence?
Nope. I told you earlier when I explained it to you, your interjection typically goes first before they say the rest of the sentence. So you will most likely see it up here. Okay? Questions on what we've done so far?